Hi, I'm Sylvia. Welcome to Yarnia, where we go hopefully beyond and we enjoy ourselves. I wanted to show you some of my things I've got fresh off the hook, and then also some things that are still on my hook that I'm working on. So I will proceed with showing you some of the things I've recently gotten done. I've got short arms, so my sweater, which this one is for me, doesn't have the arms super long because it's custom made for me. But this is my sweater. I probably won't be able to get it all in the video, but I'm going to try. I made this over the summer. It took me roughly maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little longer, because I just worked on it when I felt like it and stopped when I didn't want to. Um, I don't remember exactly how many skeins I used, but it was baby yarn and it was Hirschner's. I want to say I think it was the 16-ounce skeins, and I think I used two, maybe three. And as I got toward the end of my sleeves, that was the last thing I put together. I kind of ran out of beige, so what I did, I backed up a few rows and then rewound that down, and I found a soft brown that went with it. So I incorporated the soft brown on the sleeves, and then I finished out in the beige so that it looked like I meant to do that. So it was a mistake, and it turned out to be a happy mistake. I did natural colored buttons all the way down just because I thought they were cute and they kind of matched. Even though they didn't match, they matched. So that was one thing that came off my hook, and I'm proud of it and glad for it. And then this is, I have 10 kids at home, so I enjoy crocheting for all of them. So this fall I decided to make fall sweaters for all of them. Big endeavor. And I'm still working on that. So that's a work in progress, even though I've got things off the hook. So this is Joran's sweater. Joran is 7, he's in 2nd grade. And I did him orange variegated and put a little gray stripe in there just for color. And he got a zipper on his. He wanted a zipper. So this is his sweater with a hood in the orange variegated. And he likes it. He wears it. So I guess it worked. That's his. This is Kingston's sweater. Kingston's 2. And he's a little guy. And I did him a special orange sleeve and then an orange hood with the same orange variegated that Joran got. And I did his trim in orange, and one of his buttons trying to fall off. I'll have to replace that, and I just did him colorful buttons just to be different. But that's his. Joran's sweater took me roughly, it was Hirschman's worsted 8, and I believe it took a little less than 2 skeins to do his. And then Kingston's took the rest of whatever was left in the 2nd skein, and then a part of 1 skein of the same worsted 8 to do the hood and the sleeve in that. Then this one is Amir's sweater, and he told me his favorite colors were red and blue, so I incorporated red in his hood, and I incorporated red in his jacket. You'll see. I'm trying to straighten it out there for you. Okay, so this is his front. And I did a darker blue as his trim because I ran out of this blue. Now this was Red Heart. I believe it was the 8-ounce skeins of Red Heart. And I only had 2. I thought I had more. And I only had 2. I had just enough to make his sweater, but not enough to trim. So I just took a darker blue and trimmed it. And he didn't know the difference. He thought I meant to do that. So I didn't tell him I didn't mean it. And I incorporated his stripe as I was building the back. I incorporated the red stripe in there so that it would kind of go with it, and then incorporated it in the hood. I thought about putting the red on the front, and then I didn't do it, which I could have done. I could have run it around so that it was even with where it was in the back, but it was up so high in the back, it was a design decision. I didn't think it would look good, so I didn't do it. But these sweaters, it's totally my design and my pattern that I made up as I went. It was a trial and error thing, and I love them, and they're comfortable, and the kids love them. It started off with mine, and I kind of went from there. did my oldest son. He's in his 30s now. I don't know if he wants me to say how old he is, but I did him a vest in the same design as my sweater, because my sweater was a moss stitch. And then these are just a double crochet, but they all came out so pretty. This is just a little, I call it a key holder. It's just a little tiny cup holder thing. I don't know. And I just did this one day while I was working on stuff, just to do something that was going to be done, because sometimes it gets tedious when you're doing the same thing so long, at least for me. So sometimes I just step off and do a little tiny something. So this little cup holder was my little tiny something, and I put a little handle on it so it could hang on the wall if it needed to, and you could throw keys in there, little odds and ends, lip gloss or something like that, and be able to find it because it's all in one spot. This is the Zuri hat. I made her a sweater too, but Zuri's sweater is not here. I may show that the next time. So this hat, my daughter had a pattern for it, and I'm not good with patterns, but I keep telling myself I'm going to start trying to do patterns. So I'm working my way up to that. But this hat was in a pattern, and it was supposed to go further. My daughter gave me the alpaca yarn for this. So this is a turquoise and an orange. And it was supposed to go like maybe 4 more inches, but I ran out. And so I only made it out to there, but it's supposed to go that far and then fold back on itself like an Amish cap, however they say that. But it still turned out good, and she loves it, so it doesn't matter. So, you know, you can adapt or adopt a pattern to do it any way you want to, and it works out. It's just all in the way you crochet and you choose to do. I just kind of want to show you some things to encourage you to crochet. It's fun, and you can